Okay, what's up, everybody? I know some of y'all been waiting for this, waiting for me to eat crow in the wake of the national championship game the other night. First, let me say congrats to the Georgia Bulldogs. Great win. Snapped the 42-year championship drought. Great job by Kirby Smart, really doing a fantastic job building up that program. Basically made it to mirror Alabama, in this case, outduel Alabama. Same type of athletes, same type of size, speed, defensive-minded head coach. Great job by the Bulldogs. So, you guys, if you watch the show, you know I'm not an SEC guy. There's no question about that. I've said time and time again ad nauseum that the SEC does get a tremendous amount of bias in the college football world from fans, from college football media, et cetera, right? And I still believe that. That's absolutely true. And there's, lots of instances that we can point to that prove that. But today is clearly not the day for that. I know I'm a few days late, been kind of busy, but let me just say, going back and looking at it, while again, I don't think there's any doubt that there is an SEC bias at this point, when you are one conference that's had 5 different programs win a national championship over the course of the past 15 years, well, your motto rings true. It just means more. That's all there is to it. Down here in the South, college football on the whole simply means more. And they exhibit it, on the field. So with that said, while there is absolutely an SEC bias, I'll never get off my soapbox about that one. Here's a little different twist to what I always say. They've earned that bias. When you can consistently win at the highest level, the way the SEC does when it comes to college football, even if there is a bias, you've earned it. Now, if you don't want to admit there's a bias, that's fine. I mean, it's obvious that there is one. But again, when you win at this level, now is not the time for me to stand here and beat my chest and be on the soapbox about the SEC bias, because whether there is or isn't, and there is, they most certainly have earned it. They've got 5 programs over the last 15 years to win a national championship, that being Florida, Auburn, Alabama 6 times, LSU twice, and now Georgia. And side note, I still do believe Alabama holds up the conference with all those championships and the absolute level of sustained excellence. But at the end of the day, 5 different programs winning is 5 different programs winning. Nobody else is even close. Obviously, you've got the ACC with Clemson winning twice and Ohio State winning once in that span, 2013, 2014, whatever year it was. But the point is, the SEC has proven itself to be far and away the class of college football. And I mean, at the end of the day, that's it. I'm a guy who constantly finds myself in arguments in basketball about Jordan and LeBron, or in football about Brady versus everyone else. And at the end of the day, what we do play for, Herm Edwards, tell him.
Whoa, you play to win the game. You don't play to just play it. That's the great thing about sports.
What we do play for is exactly what Herm said. And what it's all about is those things. And the SEC got a whole bunch of them. So, again, let me give my congrats to the Southeastern Conference. They are continuing to dominate football. They're doing what they do. They invest more heavily in it. All these schools down here, that's what they're all about. It just means more, and you see the results on the field. These guys have tremendous athletes. Now, again, I still do believe, as great as the athletes are down here, that there is some group think in terms of NFL executives and the draft process, because there's tremendous players all over the country. But once more, today's not the day for all of that. So let me just say it again. And I have said it before. So if you don't know that, then you're not listening to my content closely. The SEC is the best conference in college football. But I think at this point, I'm really being forced to stand back, step up, and admit that they're not just the best conference, they're far and away the best conference. No one else is close, and we'll see. I don't know that it's possible, but we'll see if anyone can narrow that gap. This was probably the year for Michigan to try to get it done. They couldn't get it done. I don't know what they'll be in the future. We'll see if Harbaugh, continues to be the head coach there. and we'll see what type of recruiting they can do. Clearly, he sees, having gone up against Georgia in the playoff, what it takes to build a national championship type roster. I don't know if Michigan can get those type of guys to go there, obviously being the academic school that it is. We'll see. Ohio State's probably it has been consistently the only team in the Big Ten that has the type of athletes that can match SEC size, speed, and strength. And even then, they've only managed to be able to do it once. They've been to the playoff, 3 times? They've won 1 championship. So not bad overall. Again, under 500, obviously, 33%. You wouldn't like your kid to go to school and come home with a 33% average, no matter, if they never missed a day of class, right? But regardless, they are, for a Big Ten school, they're doing a fairly good job in terms of trying to build their program and model it in terms of the type of athletes they have after those SEC rosters. But yeah, again, one more time before I get out of here, SEC is clearly the best conference in college football. 5 different programs winning championships in 15 years, bias or no bias. That's incredible. I don't know if we're ever going to see that again. And the scary thing is there really doesn't look to be anything that is going to get in their way. Just the emphasis that all these programs down here put on football is different than everywhere else. So you know what they say, it just means more, and it really does. All right, guys, I'm out.